Maurice Benard is known for his State of Mind podcast, where he often hosts well-known people from the cast of GH and elsewhere. It's a nice mix of personal stories blended with mental health. Popular, he's grown it to nearly 200K subscribers. Apart from the podcast, the real-life Sonny Corinthos also co-hosts The Maurice and Anna Show with Anna DeMurgis. Ahead of Season 1, Anna told her Instagram followers that they could get it via KNEKT-TV, but it also aired on YouTube retrospectively. If you don't know, Maurice and Anna met when he and his wife, Paula Smith, moved into the same apartment. They became fast friends after that. This week, Maurice shared the news that Season 2 is in the works. The post about the show arrived on Benard's Instagram stories, and it was an advertisement for guests to join them in Season 2. The text on the story said, "This year's first season was filmed in 2023, and it contained about 15 episodes. Episode 15 aired on YouTube 3 weeks ago. The GA star and Anna hosted Rachel Weaver, a PR expert, entrepreneur, and public speaker. The post advertising for guests didn't have a premiere date. However, it might air again this year. When we find out, we will be sure to let you know." With only 20K subscribers at this time, it seems that not many people know about it. At least, not as many as those who follow State of Mind. There are not many comments within the Season 1 episodes. However, those who watched and commented seemed to enjoy it very much. Growing popularity takes time and effort, so hopefully, more folks will watch Season 2 of The Maurice and Anna Show. One fan commented, "I love you too. We need to get your channel out there more. I have no idea how I missed any of these, but I'm all over them. This is perfect for all." Meanwhile, another fan noticed that Maurice and Anna seem close, so they warned her, saying, "There's chemistry there, Anna. Be careful." However, Benard often gets chemistry going with his guests on his podcast. Have you ever watched the show with Maurice Benard and Anna DeMurgis? If you have not, you can see what to expect in the video below. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. All these years later, Alexa Havens and Justin Bruning are just another old married couple, albeit preposterously attractive one. But back in 2003, when the acting newcomers were cast by All My Children as star-crossed lovers Jamie Martin and Babe Carey, they were as dewy-eyed and infatuated as ever a couple was. This is provable, by the way, or was until Bruning misplaced the VHS. "I used to have the tape of the first time we met," he told Dishing with Digest in 2020. "We met on set, and for some reason, which they don't typically do, they had the camera rolling. So the fantastically awkward encounter was captured for all posterity. In that moment, I'm just a giant dork," he recalled. "My voice is, like, up in my head, 'cause I was so nervous. You could tell that we were, smitten doesn't sound right," he decided. Rather, taking a cue from Bambi, he figured that we were Twitter-pated. We were both goofy and not paying attention to anything that's happening around us. In other words, it wasn't hard to imagine the on-screen love interests not only becoming off-screen sweethearts, but the parents of 4 and keeping the honeymoon going in perpetuity, although they might have been among the last to acknowledge it. Bruning shared that it had been Cameron Matheson who remarked on what a cute couple they made, which was news to him. Eventually, Bruning asked Havens to accompany him to a non-show-related event, at which point the die was cast. Whether he'd realized it or not, he'd asked her out. That is, he had if he showed up with flowers, which he did. It was like watching teenagers try to ask each other out. Bruning laughed. Of course, by the end of the night, it all worked out. Since then, the daytime alumni's family has grown and grown again. All the while, the actors' careers have thrived. Bruning, who starred in a Knight Rider reboot and recurred on Grey's Anatomy, is one of the leads on Netflix's Sweet Magnolias. As for Havens, to whom he proposed on the set, she's appeared on everything from Torchwood to Castle, and not one but two flavors of CSI. Last year, she returned to daytime, stepping in as the new Lulu Spencer on General Hospital. As luck would have it, just as Havens was starting her new role, Bruning was on a break. Justin is home with the kids, she told TV Insider at the time. He is an amazing dad and husband. He's on hiatus from Sweet Magnolias, so it's great. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jason Morgan may be the one to uncover Jocelyn Jack's WSB secret. Will Jason's role in the Professor Henry Hank Dalton investigation end with a shock? Anna Devane feels confident that Professor Dalton is working on something dangerous, so she's eager to learn more about his research and whatever's going on in his lab. Part of Anna is obviously curious and protective due to Emma Scorpio Drake's interest in Professor Dalton. However, another part of Anna is just convinced that she's right and wants to expose Dalton's illegal activities. That's why Anna will seek Jason's help in the June 5 episode. Jason isn't usually the kind of guy who rejects a mission, especially when a friend like Anna reaches out. There's a good chance Jason will agree to team up with Anna so they could make some big discoveries soon enough. GH fans know Jen Sidwell has been funding Dalton's latest research, so that's another great reason for Anna and Jason to go digging. Of course, it's easy to see the potential for Jason and Anna's mission to collide with Jocelyn since she's also investigating Dalton's work for the WSB. Jack Brennan recruited Jocelyn, who lied about a fake Easter Island trip to cover up the time she spent training. Jason already seemed a bit suspicious of Jocelyn's bogus story, so that may have been laying the groundwork for what's ahead. As Jason helps Anna look into what Dalton's really up to, he could get in Jocelyn's way and put her own mission in jeopardy. That could bring questions and eventually lead to Jason figuring out that Jocelyn joined the WSB. Jocelyn's secret agent Shocker could land in Jason's hands and leave her desperate to silence him. Will Jocelyn end up begging Jason not to breathe a word of this to Carly Spencer or anyone else? General Hospital spoilers say Jason and Anna's teamwork could set up some trouble for Jocelyn, so we'll bring you updates on any shocking news to come. Yes, Michael, you can go ahead and pass out the cigars. Just in time for the arrival of his and Sasha's baby, General Hospital had it come out that he and not Jason is the father. And okay, so the timing of the reveal wasn't ideal. Sasha was testifying in Michael and estranged wife Willow's custody battle. Wiley and Amelia's dad is still glad that it happened. Michael never wanted to keep the paternity a secret in the first place. Rory Gibson tells Soap Opera Digest, "Given his druthers, he and Sasha would have just told everyone, the consequences be damned, and he would have been able to publicly support her through her pregnancy. Honestly, he'd probably be with Sasha," he adds. Heaven knows sparks are flying once again every time the old flames are in the same room. So in the end, in Gibson's estimation, this is a bump in the road, but now the opportunity for him to be a father to his child is there. So is the opportunity for him and Sasha to reunite. Though the couple may have worried that it would hurt his custody case if it came out that they slept together while he was still married to Willow. Even though she was already two-timing him, they probably needn't have. The real problem that Michael is likely to face is that he is a member of the Corinthos family, which is constantly under attack. Why was Michael MIA for months? Because he was overseas recovering from injuries that he sustained in an explosion at Sonny's penthouse. Before that, he served time for killing stepmother Claudia Zacchera. Before that, he landed in a coma after taking a bullet that was meant for Sonny. Before that, Michael shot Kate Howard, accidentally but still. His history doesn't exactly scream safe and stable environment in which to raise kids. Not that former cult member Willow is any prize, either. Besides her icky affair with Michael's uncle Drew, she has working against her the fact that Mom Mena has an altogether maniacal past. Remember when she stole newborn Avery away from Ava? Michael's lawyer Diane sure will. Also set to explode are not one but two secrets. 1. Nina and Drew's fling. 2. Mana's role in Drew's night of ketamine-fueled chaos. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Thursday, June 5 tease help needed, disappointed lover, and bombshell revelations. Anna Devane asks for Jason Morgan's help. Lucky Spencer's a disappointed lover, and Carly Spencer exposes a bombshell revelation. Anna asks Jason for his help concerning proving what Professor Henry Dalton's really up to. She tells Jason that she needs his help to prove that she's right, after being turned down by Jack Brennan. Anna suspects that there is a reason involving her granddaughter Emma Scorpio Drake behind Dalton's taking a job in Port Charles. Previously, he had been doing his research at the same university that Emma had been studying in, and got expelled when she got too close to what he's really up to. Now she worries that Emma will be in some kind of Dalton-caused trouble again, and possibly even in danger. Elsewhere, Lucky just got turned down for his marriage proposal to Elizabeth Baldwin. They've been married twice before. Lucky is close to tears as he asks her if she's saying no forever. Perhaps he realizes that he may need to be on more of a probationary period before taking a big step like that. Lucky should understand Elizabeth's reluctance to marry him again, considering their past marriages. He will likely ask now what he can do to prove himself to his longtime love. He's loved her since they were teenagers. In the meantime, Brennan gives strict orders to Jocelyn Jacks, and this probably pertains to her relationship with Emma and being Professor Dalton's assistant. He charges her, "Under no circumstances are you to run interference." It's understandable, even though Joss and Emma have always been rivals. Although on a truce of sorts now, if Joss saw Emma in trouble with Dalton, she may intervene. This is not likely making much sense to Joss, but she nods yes with a grave look on her face. She understands she could blow the whole mission by getting involved in a side issue. At the Metro Court pool, Sonny Corinthos catches up with Maxie Jones. It sounds like the subject they're discussing is a deep one. As she tells Sonny, "We put our misgivings aside until we have a reason not to." It sounds like a discussion concerning Brooklyn Quartermain Chase, although it may not. Maxie and Lulu Spencer have always been good friends, and Sonny knows of the dysfunction between Brooklyn and Lulu going back years. Carly is furious that Sasha Corbin has been bullied into revealing Michael Corinthos is the father of her baby while on the witness stand. This is a strike against Michael being able to get sole custody of his other two children, considering Willow Corinthos' infidelity is a hot-button issue. Carly loses it at Nina outside the courtroom, where Drew Kane and Rick Lansing look on. Carly comes at Nina shouting, "It was you," and she'll expose the bombshell revelation that Nina was behind Drew's being dosed with ketamine. Drew will certainly have something to say about that. In the meantime, back inside the courtroom, Sasha is in pain on the stand. As she says she thinks she's in labor, that's certainly bad timing. It would have been better if her labor pain started before Rick started badgering her about the father of her baby, possibly scoring a court continuance. It's obvious she's not faking in order to do exactly that, as she was already forced into blurting out the truth. Michael will rush up to the stand and try to help, as everyone else seems to be arguing outside the courtroom doors. An interesting spoiler says Willow springs into action. Might she wind up delivering Michael and Sasha's baby? General Hospital spoilers for the next 3 weeks, June 2 to June 20, reveal that Christina Corinthos Davis makes a mess. Drew Kane's downfall begins, and Giovanni "Gio" Palmieri deals with the aftermath of his life being blown up. This week, Gio faces off with Lois Cerullo and Gloria Cerullo. They orchestrated his ultra-secret adoption, and he wants answers. Gio feels betrayed by his loved ones, and he can't hide it. Even though Brooklyn Quartermain had no idea Gio was her son and living under her roof, she did choose to hand him off as a baby. That fact alone has to sting, and we can't wait for Gio to speak his truth about that. It's time for the custody fight between Michael Corinthos and Willow Corinthos, but it will become so much more. Carly Spencer outs Nina Reeves as the one behind Drew's drugging, and that stuns both Drew and Willow. Both Rick Lansing and Diane Miller are willing to play dirty for their clients. Who will come out the victor in the fight for Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos? Like we said, the case is delayed by unexpected bombshells, one of them being Sasha Corbin's unborn baby. Rick dogs Sasha with paternity-related questions she didn't expect. This causes the mom-to-be to have an emotional breakdown and go into early labor. Michael, being the secret baby daddy, can't hide his concern and jumps into action to calm his baby mama. Soon after, Carly confronts Jason Morgan over his part in pretending to be the baby daddy. In the June 2 episode of GH, Lucky Spencer accidentally left his engagement ring for Elizabeth Baldwin out in the open, and she found it. Explosive show spoilers reveal that in the aftermath, Lucky accepts a harsh truth about himself. Does this mean that Liz turns him down? After all, she has voiced concerns about him leaving again on a whim, and she has a family to be concerned about. Can Lucky live up to all that the promise of a ring means? He is a wanderer, a lone wolf, just like his dad Luke Spencer. When things get boring at Shiz Weber, will he find an excuse to get back on the road? Elsewhere, Christina's self-made mess gets more complicated. Two people have questioned Alexis Davis's handling of the Casadine estate money, including Marco Rios. How will she shut down his suspicion that she's money laundering? We predict that Alexis will double down in her efforts to protect her daughter, forcing them both further into the weeds. Meanwhile, Anna Devane grills Jack Brennan, and the result could be intel she shares with Jason. Fans will see Anna suspicious while talking to Jason. Does this have to do with whoever is trying to kill Sonny Corinthos? Down the road, during the week of June 9 to 13, the judge presumably delivers a ruling in the custody case. Who comes out on top, Michael or Willow? Whatever happens, the news is tempered by the fact that Sasha had a premature baby. Curtis Ashford and Portia Robinson find hooker Jacinda, which could have big implications for Drew. How so? Because Curtis has a plan to use Jacinda to get back at Drew. But we predict it won't be cheap body shots for everyone. The week of June 16 to 20 brings more WSB drama action. Crack recruit Jocelyn Jack's summer research assistant gig with Professor Henry Hank Dalton is underway, but she's new at this and the prof gets suspicious. Meanwhile, Emma Scorpio Drake is also sus and may dig deeper as well into what Jocelyn's true motives are. Along the way, Jocelyn and her handler Vaughn could give in to the passion that they've been dealing with for months. And then there's Gio. He is conflicted between angrily shutting out his family and wanting their love. His summer will be full of heavy cognitions. His bio parents Brooke Lynn and Dianti Falconieri try to help Gio accept them, but it could end up being Rocco Falconieri who is able to get through to the violinist. Rocco and Gio are brothers, and they have no obstacles in their way to bonding. We also suspect that Harrison Chase pushes Gio to give Dante and Brooklyn a real chance. Meanwhile, Carly has a gift for Brennan, while Trina Robinson has to console Kai Taylor. General Hospital spoilers for the next 3 weeks tease upheaval, chaos, and plenty of surprises. Be sure to come back here often, and we will keep you updated on all of the breaking spoilers you need to know about. General Hospital spoilers note there are massive sparks between Michael Corinthos and Sasha Corbin ever since his return. Why should there be? Their one-nighter some months ago was hot, hot, hot. Now that he and Willow take Corinthos are through, there's a good chance that Michael could reunite with Sasha. There's also a good chance that he could instigate this. In fact, considering how fond Michael is of Sasha, he may try and convince her that a romantic reunion should be the way to go. Here are 3 reasons she should say yes. There's no denying that a baby is on its way. a little one that could forge an even bigger bond between Sasha and Michael, who are already very close as it is. Plus, Sasha is amazing with Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos. Sasha, Michael their baby, and Michael's other kids would make the perfect family. While Sasha and Michael are exes, they have been incredible friends over the years post-breakup. With that said, technically the two didn't break up. After all, Sasha and Harrison Chase bowed out of their respective relationships with Michael and Willow to allow the couple to fight for parental rights over Wiley. If fans recall, Nell Benson was a thorn in Michael's side, where custody for Wiley was concerned, and Chase and Sasha wanted to keep Wiley safe just as much as Michael and Willow. As such, they pretended to be in a relationship together so that Michael and Willow could be free to come together for Wiley's sake. Sure, Willow and Michael ended up falling in love, but now that they aren't in love anymore, this opens a door for Michael and Sasha to reunite. They were very happy at one point in time. Walking away from Michael for Wiley's sake is just one example of how fiercely loyal Sasha is. But that's just how Sasha is in any relationship. She was the same in her romance with Brando Corbin and Cody Bell. As Michael is both a Corinthos and a Quartermain, he needs a woman like this by his side. Plus, Sasha is Carly Spencer approved because of her loyalty and always doing what's right. General Hospital spoilers reveal a preview clip has been released for Thursday, June 5, 2025. It shows Sasha Gilmore Corbin having labor pains during court. Nana Reeves is exposed by Carly Spencer. Plus, Anna Devane gets a clue. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in today's episode of the ABC soap opera. Let's start off with Anna Devane, who will seemingly get a clue in the preview clip. Anna wants Jason Morgan's help with proving a theory. It seems like this could be about Professor Henry Hank Dalton. There is no way that a Nubai agent like Jocelyn Jacks can handle Anna, since she's a former WSB agent herself, and quite a good one at that. So Vaughn will be handling Anna. In fact, Jack Brennan warns Jocelyn not to dare interfere. Over with Lucky Spencer, he will wonder if the answer to his proposal is no forever. Elizabeth Liz Baldwin might have to force him to face the truth of the situation. Liz has been worried about Lucky settling down. They've been through this before, so Liz has her eyes wide open now. Liz also is not blind to the man that Lucky is, and he's never happy in one place. General Hospital spoilers for today's episode reveal that Rick Lansing has called Sasha as a witness. However, once on the stand, Rick asks Sasha when she last slept with Michael Corinthos. Sasha blurted out the truth about her baby's father, but now she needs to get to a hospital. As Sasha's pains get more intense, Willow Tate Corinthos could save Sasha's baby. That could be quite a soapy twist. Also, Maxie Jones has a chat with Sonny Corinthos. Over with Carly, she will accuse Nina during a court recess. It sounds like Nina might have to do some scrambling. When Carly blurts out that Nina drugged Drew Kane, she will panic. Plus, Curtis Ashford and Portia Robinson host a family party. It seems that Marshall Ashford will be back for the party. However, parties in soaps always seem to come with some surprises or bombshells. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts. Tune into the ABC Soap Daily so you don't miss a moment of the drama, and visit CTS often for the best General Hospital spoilers, updates, and news. General Hospital cast member Kate Mansi has always been rather private when it comes to her personal life. The Christina Davis actress recently got married to her husband Matt McInnes on May 31st, and fans were shocked by the news. But nobody was as shocked as Kate and Matt's wedding guests. Mansi and McInnes got engaged in July 2024. A few months ago, the General Hospital actress shared photos of herself and her husband on Instagram and captioned them, "Can't wait to marry you in July." Obviously, their friends and family assumed the wedding would be in July 2025 and began clearing their calendars for the big event. On May 31, Kate and Matt invited 115 people to Ribbird Restaurant in Los Angeles for their engagement party. When the partygoers began arriving, they realized they had been duped, and it wasn't an engagement party after all. It was Kate and Matt's actual wedding. Mancy dished to People magazine about the big day. Our biggest goal and hurdle was to maintain the surprise. We wanted that eruption of joy, that moment where love just takes over the room. The soap opera actress added, "The entire evening was meant to mirror our relationship. Unexpected, full of humor, moving to its own rhythm, and rooted in deep connection." After the super-secret garden ceremony at Raybird, the soap star took to social media to share the exciting news with General Hospital fans. Mancy actually grew up before our eyes on daytime TV. Before heading to Port Charles, Kate Mancy played the part of Abigail Deveraux on Days of Our Lives from 2011 to 2020, and some of her dedicated fans actually began watching GH just because she joined the cast. On the next GH, Carly confronts Jason. Nina makes a confession. Drew is dismayed. Cody and Molly get better acquainted. In addition to Carly confronting Jason, General Hospital spoilers for Friday, June 6, 2025, focus on Nina making a confession. Plus, Drew is dismayed while Curtis meets with Jordan. Michael and Sasha's secret fling was revealed, and the Quartermaine cook promptly went into labor. Meanwhile, there are some side situations happening that will have the attention during Friday's episode. Take Carly and Jason. She may not like the fact that her bestie knew this whole thing about Michael and never told her, which may be why she confronts Jason. Meanwhile, Nina makes a confession. She's going to have to take her pick of options. Is she confessing to paying Jacinda off to drug Drew with ketamine? Or will she finally tell Willow about her and Drew? Speaking of which, Drew is dismayed. Is everything not going the way he wants? Maybe his house of cards is about to fall, or at least one section of his house of cards. Elsewhere in Port Charles, there's a chance that Curtis is disillusioned with his own marriage. Portia lied again, which opened her up to Drew's blackmail. So what does it mean when he suddenly meets with Jordan? He may want to vent about Portia, or he needs to deal with the Drew problem. Finally, Cody and Molly could be the less chaotic scenario on Friday. One never knows when Cody is involved. However, this particular teaser seems like nothing could go wrong. It involves Cody and Molly getting better acquainted. Are Cody and Molly about to grow closer? Rory Gibson opened up about meeting his new castmates and how he was able to create a rapport with them. Rory Gibson was thrust directly into the fire on General Hospital when he took on the role of Michael Corinthos after Chad Duell's exit. But he's settled into the role seamlessly and has been dealing with not only returning to Port Charles after recovering from severe burns, but also Michael's divorce from Willow. Things are getting worse as Sasha was forced to reveal on the stand that she's pregnant with his baby. Gibson opened up about bringing his version of Michael to life. Gibson chatted with Soap Opera Digest and discussed Michael's situation on the show. He explained that his character is justified in trying to gain full custody of his kids because Willow seems to be under Drew's control. He feels that her pairing with Congressman Cutthroat is a safe situation for his children to be in. The actor has enjoyed getting to know his castmates, especially because the courtroom scenes are a small space in which many of them have had to work together. He felt that being thrust together like that helped him connect with his new coworkers. But while shooting a group gathering like a wedding is a happy occasion, he felt that the intensity in the room was pretty prevalent. And I feel like not being super familiar with everyone yet kind of helped me focus a little bit more. Gibson explained Michael's goal, stating, "The only thing that I feel like Michael was really concerned about was winning. So his dynamic with everyone else in the room doesn't have to be warm and cuddly. And that new coldness that Michael exudes works perfectly for the character, whom he considers a man on a mission. It helped me to just be able to lock in on the scene and focus on what was happening in the moment," he remarked. noting that the sequences were both fun and intense. On the other side of those scenes, he felt he'd gotten to know his castmates much better and is thrilled to see the episodes air. Maxie explains her situation to Sunny, while Brennan warns Jocelyn to stay on mission, and Lucky faces the truth he dreaded. The next General Hospital spoilers video for Thursday, June 5, 2025, shows Sasha going into labor on the witness stand while Willow springs into action. Also, Lucky wraps his brain around Liz's rejection. Anna informs Jason, "I need your help to prove that I'm right." Clearly, she wants him to help prove that Professor Dalton is up to no good. Anna has an entire police force at her fingertips, but she trusts the local hitmen to get the job done. Lucky asks Elizabeth, "Are you saying no forever?" The weekly teasers state that Lucky faces a hard truth, which is most likely that Liz won't marry him because he could leave Port Charles at any moment. Brennan says to Jocelyn, "Under no circumstances are you to run interference." She must be aware that Anna is starting to suspect Dalton, and Brennan wants her to focus on the mission and let him take care of the police commissioner. Maxie tells Sunny, "We put our misgivings aside until we have a reason not to." She's probably defending the fact that Deception needs to work with Sidwell for his rare earth minerals until such time that he proves he's a villain. At the courthouse, Carly accuses Nana, "It was you." Despite not wanting to betray Sasha, Nana must have told Rick that Michael got her pregnant. Meanwhile, on the witness stand, Sasha states, "I think I'm going into labor." The teasers also show that Willow springs into action, so her nursing skills are probably going to come in handy. If Willow delivers Sasha's baby, this might unfortunately work in her favor with the judge's custody decision. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.